One of the biggest challenges in online learning is or really any college class is making it through the textbook. So I have uploaded a reading notes here in module 1. You'll see it, and I will go ahead and add it for the rest of the modules later today. And I have added this reading notes that you can download. So click on that, and all it is it's a table with questions or statements that you need to take notes on as you're reading and listening to the information from Module 1. You'll notice, I have an e-copy of the book, you'll notice that a lot of those learning outcomes, those objectives, they're coming from here, your textbook. At the beginning of each chapter, they have identified learning objectives, and these are directly related to our own objectives for our class. But what I'm doing here is providing you a template where you can take notes. The key to reading textbooks is not reading it cover to cover, page by page through the chapter. There's a few things you need to do. When you look at your textbook, take a minute with chapter 1 to look at chapter 1's first 2 pages. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Look at those first 2 pages. Kind of digest that. Then take time to preview the chapter. And when you preview the chapter, you want to take time to look here at the table. Look at figure 1. Go to the next page. Look at the pictures. Read the captions. Look at the charts. And just kind of flip through, not taking too long. Previewing the chapter should take about 5 minutes. It helps you start thinking about what you're going to read. Then go back to the beginning of the chapter. And at the beginning of the chapter, you're going to read section by section. Read the section, take notes. Read the section, take notes. So you'll see here, you have lots of vocabulary words that are in different color. That's great. I am not asking you to regurgitate vocabulary. So read this first section, Concept Development 1-1. It's 2 pages. Then go back to that template. Hopefully you've printed it. I do not advise typing on the template. I really strongly encourage you to print this and write on it, or to create your own table on a piece of random paper. It doesn't matter. These are your notes. This is where you're going to help digest the information. And when you do that, you do a better job of remembering what you read and making sense of it. Because what you're doing is you're reading a little bit and thinking about it. Reading a little bit and thinking about it. And I'm just simply helping you define what is important in the chapter and the big ideas, not the nitty-gritty details and statistics. And so you read this first section, you go back here, and you're going to make some notes here and define concept development. And then we're going to click over, we're going to flip the page, and here's a new section, relationships between science, technology, engineering, math, and art. And we're going to read through this. Boom, it's 1 page. Rationale for standards and Common Core curriculum guidelines. Pardon me, we're going to go back to our notes, and we're going to again look here based on what we read and make any notes. We're going to come over here, rationale for standards and Common Core curriculum guidelines. We're going to read that section 1-1B. Almost 2 pages. We're going to go back. We're going to make some notes here on the reasons for the development of national assessment standards. Movement toward national core curriculum standards. We're going to read it. Really nothing to take notes on, but we're going to read it. We're taking in the big information. National standards for professional preparation. We're going to read it. Constructivism in studying how children learn. Jean Piaget. So again, we're going to read it. This one, we're going to go back and we're going to identify here some concept development information. So you put the information where you think it goes. It doesn't matter to me. You're just taking in information and using this template to digest it, to make sense of it, to help organize your thoughts. And you're going to only read section by section. Sometimes you'll have notes for a particular section and sometimes you won't. The learning cycle. Adapting the learning cycle, types of learning experiences. So you're going to keep going back to these notes after each section. So these sections are sometimes isn't just the 1.2. I don't want you to read all those sections together. Break it up. Give your time. It's like eating. You don't want to shove the whole steak in your mouth. You cut it off. You know, piece. You eat it, you digest it, you enjoy that one piece, then have another. When you shove the whole cookie in your mouth, you don't enjoy the whole cookie as much. You get a little bit of the taste, but there's no way you're going to savor that flavor. Same idea with your reading your textbook. You got to take little bites and give yourself time to think about it and process it so that you can then retain the information better. You don't have to turn these notes into me. I'm not requiring you to use the note structure, but if you are struggling with the reading and finding it overwhelming, this is a great way to help organize that learning.